Hello viewers, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. Wherever you're watching from, presenting to you this tutorial, I'm your tutor Patrick Divine. That is my name, I'm tutor Patrick Divine. And if you are new to this YouTube channel, kindly subscribe, like and comment. Okay, so I am solving this question because one of my followers asked me to do this question for him. Okay, so this is the question on quadratic equation, the roots of a quadratic equation. All right, this is the topic that we did. All right, and this is the question that came. So this is how question comes. Okay, in case a question comes like this and you are going to solve it the way I'm going to solve it. So if you are new to this YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and also share this link to other friends of yours where you might think it might benefit them. This is an exam question. Okay, an exam question. All right, so the question is saying that given that the roots of the equation, this is the equation right here, okay, are alpha and beta. Okay, are alpha and beta. Then the question is saying that find, okay, they are saying that find the numerical values of these. Okay, the numerical values of these. So the question that he asked me is to find this. Okay, so this is the question that I was asked to find, but this question will actually involve this question. That's why I've put this question right here. All right, so this is what you are supposed to do. So we are going to solve it together. If suppose there are those that can manage to solve this question, you might solve. Okay, so these are the questions that come on alpha and beta. Specifically, should we say the roots of an equation? So the first thing to do, okay, so write solutions. Okay, solutions like that. All right, solutions like that. So we need to know how to derive the formulas. We need to know how to derive the formulas of these expressions. So in the previous video, we did how to derive this formula. Okay, for the sake of those who are meeting us for the first time, let me just try to derive it so that you can know how to derive it. So this is number one. So let's start with number one. Okay, so number one. Okay, that is our number one there. Then the question is saying that alpha to the power 2 plus beta to the power 2. That is what we have here. So now you know where this one is coming from. You know where this one is coming from. It can actually be written as just the same as alpha plus beta. Okay, alpha plus beta to the power 2. Meaning that this is a square of this. This is also a square of that one. I want you to pay attention on this one. So if you want to find this one, you can actually do this. You can actually do this. All right, you can do this just to expand this. Okay, so this one you can write it as alpha plus beta like that. Okay, then alpha plus beta. So these ones, they are actually multiplying. So this, it can also be written as that. Or I should say this one can be written as this. And if you are trying to expand this, this is what to do if you want to expand it. So let's try to expand. We see what we have. So what we are trying to do is to find the formula. Okay, so that is what we are doing, is to find the formula. So here we know that the formula that we are trying to find is for the sum and the product of the roots of an equation. Okay, the sum and the product. We said that the sum, how to find the sum, we just do alpha plus beta, that is the sum. Alpha plus beta, that is the sum. Alpha, okay, so alpha plus beta, that is the sum. And the formula in the previous video, we said that the formula is negative b over what? Over a. That is what we said in the previous video. So for those that didn't watch the video, kindly inbox me on this line so that I send you, or you can actually check on the videos. So if you want to get in touch with me, you can call me on 0975 334778. That is my WhatsApp line. It is also my direct call line. So if you have a question, you can get in touch with me on this same line there. So that is it. And my name is Tutor Patrick Divine. You can inbox me on that one. You ask me questions, I'll be able to attend to you on that same line, 0975 334778. Okay, so that is it right there. So this is the formula for the what? For the sum. How about for the product? For the product is the multiplication of these two. So that is alpha. Okay, that is alpha multiplied by what? By beta, like that. The formula is what? We derived that the formula is what? C over what? C over A, like that. C over what? C over A, like that. That is the formula. So if you want to try and find the sum, okay, so the sum, just the sum here, we are looking at this. Okay, we are looking at this. So the coefficient of A, this is A. Okay, so this is A. So this is what? This is our A, this is our B, this is our what? Our C right there. Okay, so the coefficient of B is what? Is negative B. Okay, it is negative what? Negative 4. So meaning that we are going to put negative 4 up here. Okay, we are going to put negative 4. So I'll just do it like this. So we are going to put negative 4, negative 4. So this negative, we put the negative, then we put what? Negative 4, like that. Then over what is our A? So our A is what? Is 1. So meaning that our A is what? Is 1. So meaning that we are going to have negative times negative, it's positive. Then we are going to have 4 as our what? As our sum. Okay, we are going to have 4 as our sum. How about our product? Our product, we said that the formula is alpha multiplied by what? By beta, like that. Then is equals to C over what? C over A. So C over A, this is our C, that is 2. Our A is what? Our A is 1. So our A is 1. So what we are going to have? We are going to have 2 as the product. So the product we have, it's what? It's 2. So this is the answer. This is the answer for the product and the sum. The product and the what? The sum. So now, here, right here. So what we are trying to do is to come up with the formula that can actually look like these two. Look like these two. Alright. So here now, let's try to derive the formula right here. Back to this question. Okay, so if we multiply, so we are going to have this one, A alpha plus beta, like that, to the power 2 is equal to alpha times alpha, it is equal to alpha to the power 2, like that, alpha squared. Then alpha times beta, that is going to be what? Plus alpha beta, like that. Okay, alpha what? Alpha beta, like that. Then plus, so this b times this beta times alpha, you're going to have what? Alpha beta, like that. Then plus beta times beta, you're going to have beta squared, like that. Are we together? So this is a simple thing that you cannot fail to do. So what we are trying to do is to come up with something that looks like this. Okay, from the original expression, from the original question that we have. So it is to come up with something that looks like this, and this is saying that it is alpha squared plus what? Plus beta squared. And we have this one, this is alpha squared, this one is what? This one is beta squared. So what do? You write it like this, that is alpha plus beta, like that, then square is equal to, this is alpha. Okay, so mean that it is a like term of that one, Okay, it is a like term of that one, so plus beta like that squared. Then this is alpha beta plus alpha beta. So alpha beta plus alpha beta, you're going to have what? 2 alpha beta like that. Okay, so what we are trying to do is to make this one as the subject right here. This is the one that we are looking for. So we are going to make this part as the subject of the formula. So meaning that we are going to have alpha plus beta squared is equal to this one. When it comes this side, it becomes minus this one. It becomes minus 2 alpha beta like that is equal to this. So that is alpha squared plus beta what? Squared. So meaning that the formula for this one, it is just this. That is the formula for alpha squared beta squared. So you can even write it the way it is right there. So we have actually done that. We have done that. So if you want to find the answer, if you want to find the answer to that question there, what you are going to do is you're going to say alpha to the power 2 plus beta to the power 2 is equal to this one here. Okay, so this one here, you know that the sum that you had found, is what? Is 4. And the product that you had found is what? Is 2. Where they are multiplying, you found that it is 2. Where they are adding, you found that it is what? It is 4. Okay, so this is what to do. So this is what? This is 4. Okay, so you just say 4, it's to the power 2. This one, it's to the power what? It's to the power 2. Then there is a minus here. So minus 2. This is the product. Okay, this is the product, alpha times beta. So this is it, alpha beta, and the answer that you have found is 2. So you just replace 2 there like that. Then you do the calculations nicely. Alpha squared plus beta squared is equals to what? Is 4 to the power 2. 4 to the power 2, you find that it is what? It is 16 minus 2 times 2, that is 4. Okay, so the answer that you are going to have here, it is what? It is the answer that you're going to have here, 16 minus 4, you find that the answer is what? Is 12 like that. So this is what? This is alpha squared plus beta squared. So this is the answer here. So what you should put in mind is that you need to know how to derive this formula. No matter what, you need to know how to derive this formula. But if you don't want to know, you can actually master it, but it is not good. You need to know how to derive this formula. You need to know where it is coming from. So this is the formula for this one. Okay, so this is the formula for this here. Okay, so that is how you come up with the formula. That is how you come up with the what? The formula there. So I'll just try to write it down. Okay, I'll just try to write the formula down. So we'll go to our question 2. So, but now we know that the formula for alpha, let me try to use another marker. Okay, so you know how to, you know that the formula for alpha to the power 2 plus beta to the power 2, we found that the formula is what? The formula is alpha minus beta, okay, minus 2 alpha beta. But this one is what? Is squared. That is the formula that we had found. This is the formula that we had found. So our question 2, now we are going to our question 2. So our question 2 is saying that you should find the what? The value of alpha squared minus beta squared like that. alpha squared minus beta squared. This is where now you find the difference. Okay, this is where you find the difference. All right, so this is where you find what? The difference. So if you look at this one, it is coming from the difference of two squares. The difference of two squares. These are equations that look like this. Let's say you have x like that. You have x squared minus what? Minus 9. X squared minus 9. You are taught to solve something like this. So meaning that this is what? X minus, there is a positive answer and the negative. So meaning that there is something like this and what? Something and something like x minus what? Minus 3. There is a positive one and the negative one right here. So it is something like this. Okay, so same applies to that. Whenever there is just a negative here, just know that it is what? It is the difference of two squares, meaning that there is what? There is a sum and what? There is also the difference. So here this one which shows addition is what? The sum, and this one which shows subtraction, it is what? The difference. Okay, so now coming to our question, this is our question. Okay, so coming to our question, so this question, this one, when you try to, this is the difference of two squares, so you can actually write it as alpha minus alpha plus beta. You can either start with minus or plus, so alpha minus beta like that. Then there is alpha what? Plus beta, or alpha minus beta, alpha minus beta like that. Okay, mean that they are when you write it in terms of the difference of two squares, they are like this. Okay, there is a positive and what? A negative like that. Okay, so you know that this part, just this part, can also be written as alpha to the power 2, or alpha minus beta to the power 2. Just this part. Okay, so this one can be written as this. Okay, so this can be written as this. This means that it is a square of this one. It is also a square of that one. Okay, but this is not the difference of two squares. It is not the what? The difference of two squares. If we try to expand this one, it is just the same as, there are two of the same. There are two variables of the same that are multiplying. So it means that there is alpha minus beta, then alpha minus beta like that. That is what it means here. So this is what to do when you are answering. Okay, this is what to do. So I said that the first thing that you are supposed to do is to refer this to what? To the difference of two squares where it has a positive and a negative. Then the other step is to write this in form of what? Of this. Okay, then this you just try to expand it. So now let's try to expand this part. So we are trying to expand this part, then we'll come back to this one. Okay, we'll come back to this. So let's try to expand this, then we'll come back to that. So if expanding, so we'll just say alpha minus beta like that to the power 2 is equal to, when we try to expand alpha times alpha, you're going to have alpha what? Alpha squared like that. Then alpha times what? Times beta, you're going to have minus alpha beta. Okay, then beta, negative beta times positive alpha, you're going to have negative what? Negative alpha beta like that. Then this is positive times or this is negative times negative, you're going to have positive like that. Then beta times beta, you're going to have beta squared like that. Okay, so let's try to make this. Let's try to just let's try to collect the like terms here. Let's try to collect the like terms. So we are going to have here, we are going to have alpha minus beta like that, alpha minus beta, then this is squared like that, then it's equal to the like terms. This one, it is a like term of that one according to alpha beta. So we are going to write it as alpha squared, okay, alpha squared plus, this is a plus, okay, this has to come with its negative, plus what, plus beta squared like that. Then this part here, it is negative alpha beta minus negative alpha beta. So this just becomes negative 2 alpha what? Alpha beta like that. Are we together? Right here? Are we together? I hope you are getting the concept. I hope you are getting the concept. So now, if you look at this one I just wrote it as the formula, that one which I said that this question, it involves this formula, that this question, it involves that formula. So where we have this is alpha squared plus beta squared, this, you will replace this, because this one, the formula for this one, it is this one, you know it, we have already derived it. So you're just going to put this formula here, you're going to put it right here, okay, you're going to put it right here. So this is going to be alpha minus beta like that, alpha minus beta, then squared is going to be this formula. We are going to replace it with this right here. So that formula, it is alpha minus beta, okay, this is oh sorry, here it's supposed to be alpha plus beta. The formula for this one, the formula for this one is supposed to be alpha plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. This is our formula. It's supposed to be for this one. We have derived it, okay. So you just get this formula and replace it right here. Get this formula, okay, get this formula, replace it right here. So this formula, it is going to be what? It is going to be alpha plus beta, okay, squared minus 2 alpha what? Alpha beta. We have just replaced this. Okay. So what is remaining is this part, okay. So mean that we are going to put this part now, negative 2 alpha beta like that. Are we together? I hope you are getting the concept here. So this part, we have just removed this and replaced it by this formula. The formula for this one, it is this one. Then what has remained is that one. So we can actually solve right here. So this is alpha minus beta, okay. Then the square is equal to, this is alpha plus beta like that. Then we have a square there. So this is just what? This is negative 2 alpha beta. Negative 2 alpha beta, just the same as they have given you negative 2 minus negative 2 like that. The answer will be what? Will be negative 4. Okay, it will be negative 4. So same applies here. So the answer will be what? Negative 4 alpha beta like that. Negative 4 alpha what? Alpha beta like that. Are we together? So now, you come here now. You come right here. You come where? You come right here. Here. Okay? So this formula, this is what we have been given to find right here. So when we try to refer it to the difference of two squares, it is giving us this. Okay? It is giving us that this is its what? Its formula there. It is giving us that this is its formula. So you know that this one, this one, we already know this one. Now what we want which one? We want to find this one so that we can put the variables here. Okay? So we want to find what? We want to find this one. That is what we are trying to find. So we're trying to because we don't know this one. here we only have the sum. Okay, we only have the sum and what, and the product. Okay, we only have the sum and the product. So here this is a sum, but we don't have the difference. Now how do you find the difference? How do you find the difference? So here, look at here, this formula here. So we want to find what? We want to find the difference, the one that doesn't have a square, that the one doesn't have what, a power 2 there. So but right here we have what, we have a power 2, so we don't need power 2. So if you want to get rid of the power here, you just introduce a square root like that on both sides, a square root like that. So mean that this will go with that square root like that, then it will be what, alpha minus what, minus beta, it is equal to what, the square root. Okay, it is equal to the square root of what, the square root of what, of alpha plus beta like that to the power 2 minus 4 alpha beta like that. Okay, that is what it is right there. So meaning that this part, just this part without a square, okay, just this part without a square, its formula, it is this one. So whenever you find the question saying that find this, so the formula, it is what, it is this one here. But when it is squared, okay, so when it is squared, this is what to do to find what, to find this like that. Okay, so now we know that this is the original formula that we have here. This is the original formula that we have here. So we have this. Let me just create some space right here. Let me just try to create some space. I hope you are understanding and you have gotten the point there. Let me just try to create some space. Let me just try to create some space so we know the product and the what. Okay, so right here, this is the formula that we have. Okay, so we know that this is how it is here. So it is just like this. Let me just do this. So let me just remove this part here like that. Let me rewrite it. So we said that if you write it, this one in form of the difference of two squares, it is going to be alpha plus beta. Okay, alpha plus beta multiplied by alpha minus what, minus beta like that. Okay, alpha what, minus what, minus beta like that. And we know the formula for this one. The formula for this one, we had already found it. It is right here. The formula for this one, it is right here. So we're just going to replace the formula for this one there. So we'll say this is alpha to the power 2 minus alpha to the power, or minus beta to the power 2 is equal to this. We know that it is the sum. Okay, so we know that this is what is the sum. So we just, the sum here we had found it is what, it was 4. Okay, the sum, it is 4, the product is what, is 2. So let's just put 2 here. Let's just put 2 here. Or let's just put 4, because the sum is what, is 4, because we are dividing by what, by 1 right there. So we multiplied this times that, then it gave us what, it gave us 4 like that. So let's just try to put 4, since we already know what it is here. So we're going to put 4 like that, multiplied by what, this, we know the formula. The formula, it is what, the formula, it is this one. So the formula, it is the what, it is multiplying this one, it is multiplying with what, the square root. Okay, it is multiplying with the square root of a, it is multiplying with the square root of alpha plus beta squared like that, then minus 4 alpha beta. So it is multiplying with the square root of what, of alpha plus beta like that, then it is squared, then minus 4 alpha what, 4 alpha beta like that. Okay, So that is how it is. This is the formula down here, the one that I've written there. I hope you are understanding. I hope you are understanding. Okay. So now we are solving this. So this is alpha to the power 2 minus beta to the power 2 is equal to 4 multiplied by the root, okay, the root of this part. So here we know that this is the sum inside. This is the sum, and the sum we know that it is what? It is 4 like that. So it is 4 squared like that minus 4, okay, minus 4 multiplied by, you know that the product we had found that it is 2. The product we had found that it is 2, which where this is alpha, beta is equal to what? It is 2. I had written it right here like this. That is what I did. So this is what we have just done there. Okay, this is what we have just done there. Then we'll say alpha to the power 2 minus beta to the power 2 is equal to what? 4. Okay, multiplied by the root of that. Okay, the root. What is 4 squared? 4 squared, it is what? It is 16. Right there. 4 squared, it is 16 minus, this is just 12 like that. That is just 12. Okay, so this is alpha squared minus beta squared is equals to 4. Okay, 4 multiplied by the root of what? What is 16 minus 12? What is 16 minus 12? We know that is 16 minus 12 is what? It is 4. Like that. Okay, so now you know alpha squared minus beta squared is equal to 4. 4. What is the root of? What is the root of what? The root of what? This is just multiplication. I'm just multiplying here. So this is equals 4 multiplied by, what is the root of 4? The root of 4, you find that it's what? It is 2. So this is just 4 times 2. It is what? It is 8. So this is the only answer that you are supposed to find. I hope I have answered your question. I hope I have answered your question. So that is how you solve this kind of equation. So I want to thank you for your cooperation, that you are answering the question that I'm giving. You are answering the question that I'm giving, and for those that are not answering, it's not a problem, but I want you, those who are trying to answer. If you fail, I will help you. I will help you if you fail to answer the question. So make sure that you like, you comment, and also share this link to other groups or other platforms. You can share it on Facebook, Twitter, or any other platform where you want to share this link so that others as well should benefit from it. I want to thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching, and continue having a productive evening. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.